I'm going to tell you a little bit about the constellation Aquila the Eagle. To find Aquila, first you want to look in the western part of the sky and find Hercules. Once you've found Hercules, you can then look to the west or left of it, and you should see three bright stars that look like the shape of a triangle. This is known as the summer triangle. At the bottom of that triangle, you should find Aquila, which looks like the shape of an eagle. Aquila is best visible between the months of July and October. This picture is taken in mid-September at about 10:30 p.m. Four of the brightest stars in Aquila include Altar, which is the brightest and is found at the bottom of the summer triangle. It is 16.73 light years away. It has a spectral type of A7V. Its evolutionary stage is main sequence. Its radial velocity is 26.1 plus minus 0.9 kilometers per second, and it has a magnitude of 0.77. The next brightest star is Tarazed. It is 394.86 light years away. Its spectral type is K311. Its evolutionary stage is a bright giant star. Its radial velocity is negative 2.79 plus minus 0.04 kilometers per second, and it has a magnitude of 2.712. The next brightest star is named Almazan. Its distance from Earth is 286.35 light years away. It has a spectral type of F01V. Its evolutionary stage is a subgiant star. It has a radial velocity of negative 30.1 kilometers per second, and it has a magnitude of 3.365. The fourth brightest star is named Deneb. It is 83.03 light years away. Its spectral type is A0VN. Its evolutionary stage is main sequence. It has a radial velocity of negative 25 plus minus 4 kilometers per second, and it has a magnitude of 22.983. Some deep space objects in Aquila include the Dandelion Puffball Nebula, which is also known as the Glowing Eye Nebula. This is a planetary nebula in the constellation, and it can be found at NGC 6751. Another deep space object is the Snowball Nebula, which is also known as the Ghost of the Moon. It is a planetary nebula also, and it can be found at NGC 6781. The Flying Unicorn Cluster is an open star cluster, which can be found at NGC 6709. And then the Phantom Streak Nebula is a planetary nebula in the constellation that can be found at NGC 6471. One of the mythologies of Aquila is that the constellations of the eagle and the swan are linked by Hyginus. So there was a Greek god named Zeus that fell in love with a goddess named Nemesis, but she resisted Zeus, so then he turned himself into a swan and had a goddess named Aphrodite pursue him in the form of an eagle. Nemesis then gave refuge to the swan, and then she found herself in the embrace of Zeus because of this. Because of his success of getting Nemesis, Zeus then placed the swan and the eagle in the sky as the constellations of Cygnus and Aquila. They are both right next to each other in the sky, and they're both part of the summer triangle. And that is a little bit on the constellation Aquila the Eagle.